Today, we're going to get to the bottom of a really common but pretty dangerous idea that causes a ton of stress for business owners. We're talking about the cash flow lie.
So does this sound familiar? You look at your reports, right? Revenue's growing, your accountant's patting you on the back, but you still got that knot in your stomach when it's time to run payroll. You're profitable, but you feel broke.
If that resonates with you at all, you are not alone. You've just run smack into the cash flow lie. And that's the belief that profit on a spreadsheet automatically means you're safe in the real world. We're about to see just how risky that assumption really is.
Okay, let's dive into what I like to call the profitable panic. You know, that sinking feeling when your profit and loss statement and your bank account seem to be living in completely different universes. This really cuts right to the heart of it. Think of it like this. Profit is a theory. It's your accountant's best guess, based on the numbers that your business model should work. But cash? Oh, cash is reality. It's the actual money you have right now to make the business actually work.
And here's what that disconnect looks like in black and white. In just 1 month, this business's P&L is showing a pretty healthy £35,000 profit. Awesome, right? But look at the bank account. It's actually down by £27,000. This is that cash flow gap in action. What you've earned is just not the same as what you've received. And if you're thinking, oh, that's a minor detail, think again. Get this. A staggering 82% of businesses that fail are actually profitable on paper when they go under. I mean, let that sink in. Profit is not a shield. It can't protect you when the cash just isn't there. So, if a lack of profit isn't always the thing that kills a business, what is? Well, here's your answer. Literally half of all business failures in the UK are because of poor cash flow management. It is the single biggest operational threat that you face.
And here's why it's so incredibly dangerous. The average small or medium-sized business, it has just 26 days of cash reserves. 26 days. That is such a thin safety margin. All it takes is one big client paying late, and you could be in a genuine crisis. So where is all this cash going? Well, in this next section, we're going to pull back the curtain on the 5 silent cash killers. These are the hidden drains that are quietly siphoning money out of your bank account.
Okay, this first one, it's a psychological trap, and I bet we've all fallen into it. You send an invoice for, say, £12,000 and that full amount lands in your account. It feels like it's your money, but it's not. 2,000 of that never belonged to you. It's the tax man's. Forgetting that is what makes those tax payments feel like a total ambush every quarter. The fix for this is so simple, and honestly, it's non-negotiable. Just open a separate bank account for your taxes. Every single time you get paid, calculate the tax portion and move it over. Immediately. It's such a simple discipline, but it can save you a world of pain. It's not your money, so don't keep it with your money.
Killer number 2 is all about perspective. See, we tend to think about hiring in terms of an annual salary, but cash flow doesn't care one bit about the annual total. It only cares about that relentless, non-negotiable outflow of cash that has to happen every single month, whether your clients have paid you or not.
So how can you tell if you're at risk? Here's a super simple test you can do right now. Take your available cash, whatever's in the bank, and divide it by your total monthly payroll cost. If that number is less than 2, well, that means you have less than 2 months of payroll saved up. You are literally 1 bad month away from some serious stress.
Oh man, this next one is going to feel painfully familiar to so many of you. Late payments. And no, you are not imagining it. At any given moment, small and medium businesses in the UK are owed a collective £23.4 billion. Now, this isn't your fault, but it is your problem to solve.
So the solution isn't to get angry, it's to get systematic. Invoice the second the work is done. Use automated reminders. Let the software do the nagging for you. And pay close attention to step 3. On day 31, pick up the phone. A direct, human conversation is so much harder to ignore than just another email in a crowded inbox.
Killer number 4 is a bit sneakier. This is the cash that gets trapped inside your business. Every single product just sitting on a shelf. Every hour your team has worked on a project that you haven't invoiced for yet. That is your cash, tied up, completely unusable.
And our final killer is the most common one of all, just having no forward view. Checking your bank balance today tells you where you are right now, but it gives you zero information about the huge bills like payroll or taxes that are lurking just around the corner.
It's exactly like driving a car by only looking at the fuel gauge. You might have a full tank now, but you have no idea if you're about to hit a 100-mile stretch of desert with no gas stations in sight.
Okay, we've identified the silent killers. So how do we fight back? This is where we need a shift in our mindset. It's time to stop reacting to financial surprises and start thinking like a chief financial officer.
This right here, this is the single most powerful tool for ending cash flow anxiety. It's a simple 13-week forecast. Just look at week 3. You can see the closing balance is going to drop to £22,000 because payroll and taxes are due. But here's the magic. You see this coming 2 weeks in advance. That gives you time to act, not just react.
Now, I know this might seem like a lot, but you can get a massive upgrade in your financial control in just 30 days. Let's break it down into 4 simple actions you can take that will have an immediate impact.
And here's just how manageable this is. 1 simple, powerful action each week. Week 1, you build that forecast. Week 2, you open the separate tax account. Week 3, you systematize your invoicing. And week 4, you calculate your key metrics. In just 1 month, these 4 steps will give you more control and more visibility than, I'm going to say, 80% of the businesses out there.
So, the most crucial point is this. If you're feeling that profitable panic, the solution isn't to just work harder or worry more. It's about building a better system for visibility. That is what turns all that anxiety into confidence. So the question I'll leave you with is, what's the first part of that system you're going to build?